Hey my friends, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're having an amazing day. For today's speed build, I'm taking some inspiration from another game that I love, Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. So yeah, title might be a little weird, but hear me out. It's a visual novel game. It came out in 2017. Basically, you're a single dad. You move to a new neighborhood filled with other mostly single dads, and you get to date them. And then you decide who you want to have a relationship with, and in the meantime, you're kind of helping your daughter, I guess, through some like awkward teenage moments as she's preparing to graduate high school and go to college. It's a cute game. It's super fun. I personally love the dynamic between you and your character's daughter Amanda. And yeah, it's it's a cool game. Now I am taking some inspiration from that, and I am building the Dadsona, which is your character's house in The Sims 4. So I did originally build this a couple years ago, but I wanted to revisit it. So I went through and I recreated everything, but I also made some updates to account for some newer items and the new packs. Like I think I used the new sliding glass doors at one point. I think when I first built this, high school year, like the latest pack was high school years. So there's some stuff from like Growing Together I kind of throw in there. It's within the game itself, like the Dream Daddy game, there's a few scenes that take place at your house. So there's like the exterior front shot. There's a shot of the backyard like later on. There's also like single angle shots, the living room, kitchen, and yours and Amanda's bedrooms. My primary goal was to recreate those shots as best that I could using the items we have in the game. But then I also did want to make this a functional house. So I tried to complete the rooms and add others in a way that would make sense. So for example, like if you look at the front of the house, you can see there's a garage, but you don't actually see the garage in the game. So I kind of took advantage of this, took the most liberties with it because, you know, we didn't have anything to go off of. So I didn't go like too crazy. I just added like some laundry, some storage on workbench, but it was a cool space because I didn't have to try to fit it into like the shot from the game. Of the shots from the game, I think my favorite one was the living room, just kind of like throwing in the clutter and just trying to arrange everything just right. I think it was pretty cool. I think it came out pretty well. This build does use quite a few packs. I'm pretty sure I use probably at least one item from every pack. Most of it is artwork and some like cluttery items. So if you're missing something, I don't think it's like the absolute end of the world, but something to just keep in mind. But yeah, it looks really nice. So yeah, anyway, back to this. To get into the specifics about the build, this is built on the 30x20 bargain, I think it's called Bargain Bend lot in Willow Creek, that one in that little starter home neighborhood. The build itself comes to about $90K when everything is said and done, but it does have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a little garage storage area, which if you were to play this, you know, I can see you putting in other activity items in there. I'm also really proud of the way the backyard came out. It did have a bit of terrain manipulation because there is a pond underneath there's a pond and like a really awesome like cherry blossom tree. I'm not good at terrain manipulation in this game, so the pond might be a little janky, but I did put some rocks around the edge just to try to hide some of the imperfections, and I think it looks okay. The tree might get in your way playing the game, so you know, just keep that in mind, but it was part of the look from Dream Daddy, so I did want to make sure it was in there. But yeah, I think everything came out really well. I do hope I did the game some justice. It really is a pretty cool game. I'm not being sponsored by them or anything, but I do highly recommend checking it out. It's basically available on like every platform, including like iPhone. I usually play it on Steam, so I can like play it on my Steam Deck. And it works out pretty nicely. It is a visual novel. I'm not too familiar with that genre because this is really the only game I've played, but it has some like little mini games in it. I'm not sure if that's standard or not, but figured I'd call it out. And it has a really cool art style mostly. I will admit the choices for your character are a bit questionable, but everything else looks absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for my description of the speed build. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of it, and I will catch up with you a little later for the lot tour. right, so we are at the Dadsona, which is your character, your house. This is your house from Dream Daddy. And I'll try to put up some pictures, try to do like side by side, try to get the angle so you can see it from the game. But this is the front of the house, you know, nothing much there. Quite a bit of landscaping, some flowers. I did have to change a few things from the speed build. Like the mailbox was not accessible the way I had it originally. And then want to include a few other flower options as well. But yeah. So yeah, we have your, you know, front door, the garage. This is a fake garage door because we don't have too many real options. So I just use a couple columns and the paneled wallpaper to try to recreate that. Going around to the backyard, you have it completely fenced in. This is that little pond, which I think it came out pretty cutely. There are some bits of weirdness with the terrain still, but I can't imagine your sim trying to like walk around this whole thing. Basically, if anything, you would just use the bench, and I think it'll be fine. We do have this little covered porch area. In the game, this was like the site of a graduation party. You know, it might be a little bit spoilery, but sorry. But so I put a little mini bar out there. This banquet table is from the Blast from the Past event that's currently going on right now, but it fit in pretty well, so I included that. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look inside, as my camera is being a bit funky. All right, cool. So let's go in, starting with the living room. Starting with the living room, we have, you know, the sofa, the kind of cluttery corner. I'm really happy. I don't remember which pack this came from, but actually since I originally created this, they've added like a few different turntable and like record player options. So I was pretty excited about introducing that. This shelf, I just kind of threw in some random clutter, including I shrunk down the gnome riding the chicken. I thought that was a cute little touch, because why not? But yeah, other than that, you know, pretty straightforward. This controller, and actually I think these headphones are both from the Little Simsy, like the Cozy Gamer kit. It's just a debug TV remote. But yeah, and then got a little side table, just some random cluttery items. Going down the hallway here, this I did definitely change from the speed build. I think I just had like a wall of like those tarot cards. I like the tarot card like wall pictures. I think it does really good. I think I was doing a little bit excessive there, so I just made it into like one of those like gallery walls. But yeah, going into the hallway, this is Amanda's room, and let me see if I can recreate the angle from the game. From Dream Daddy, it's kind of like this angle, so I tried to, you know, recreate this, added a few things. That mirror, I used the tool mod, which I think you saw on the speed build, to kind of like angle it so it's kind of sitting on the shelf. So this game, I just preface this build does use the tool mod quite a bit. That shouldn't matter. You should be able to download this game. This should be download this lot just fine, and everything should work. But if you wanted to try to move something that was manipulated with tool, it might go back to like its default state. So if you like try to move this mirror, for example, it would probably just like go back to being on the wall. And then unless you have tool, you can't change it. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you know, nothing much there. I always forget that this is technically considered a light, because I always have trouble finding it. Like these little like the pictures on the string lights, to me that screams like teen's room. In the game, she does have something similar to that, but I thought that worked out really well. I also really like this little Polaroid heart thing. I think this is from high school years. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it for Amanda's room. Going over to the bathrooms, are basically as standard as bathrooms can be. Didn't do anything too crazy here. I did use the new base game cabinets in the bathroom. So there's that, you know, woohoo. But then this is the Dadsona's room, and I think you only really get to see it from, let me go back down. So in the game, you kind of get to see it from like this angle. It's probably not perfect. So I tried to recreate that as best I could. Little side note, the ceilings. I love that we can paint ceilings now. I almost always forget to paint them. I wish instead of having it be floor options, like it could be wall color options. Like even if it's just like the basic, like just like a white ceiling, like I'm trying to like a white painted ceiling, not like the default like white like ghosty gray ceiling. Because I don't most ceilings are just plain. Like you don't have to have like planks or like carpet or whatever, but just a little aside, I did put the ceilings in. I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, this is kind of the angle from the game, and I think we were able to recreate it pretty well. I did take a few liberties, like I added like the Sims posters. But yeah, beyond that, nothing much there. The other side, I just put a little dresser. I think this little clothing rack is from high school years. I think this is one of the ones using like the trendy shop. I did add some photo frames. I didn't go through to put any photos in them, so if you play through this, you want to add some family photos, that'd be a cool spot for that. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for the bedroom. Let us go into the kitchen. And I think from the kitchen, you pretty much, whenever you're playing, you see it from like this angle. So since I first built it, they've added like a tea kettle, so like electric kettle, so I was able to put that in. I tried to put some stuff up on the fridge. I don't understand why there are no places to snap onto the top of the fridge, especially because there are places to snap onto the top of the washer and dryer. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, this was the kitchen. In here, I just have like basic little utility room. Since we did get like a kind of a water heater and fuse box in for rent. These are non-functional versions, but I added those in. So that's pretty much it. Nothing really see there. And then a little dining room, which some of my... Okay. Not sure why my furniture disappeared, but it's back now. So there we go. And then going into the garage. This is... Oops. Oh my god. I can't... I'm not even going to try. I can't stop trying in first person. I always mess it up. But yeah, this is the garage. So we had the activity table. This is the newer woodworking table. I forget which kit this was from. But it looks a little more natural than I think this is the artist kit. It looks more natural than like the other one, so I included that. This shelf is from Strangerville. I like that it just looks like a regular, it looks like a regular just like storage shelf that you would find in like a basement or something. I did turn around because on the front side it does have a gas mask, and I don't always think that's the most realistic thing. So I did turn around to make it kind of hide like that aspect of it. But yeah, have a couple bikes. In the speed build, I originally had the trash cans in here, but I don't know if outdoor trash cans will work if you put them inside. So I just moved them outside. And this one is just a regular trash can. This one is just like a debug one, but I use that as like a recycling can. A couple bikes, washer and dryer, and yeah, that is pretty much it. So this is my Dadsona house, y'all. All right, so this house is up on the gallery. Like I said, it does use quite a few packs, but most of it's just like minor decorative items. So if you're missing a pack, I don't think it's gonna be the absolute end of the world. For whatever reason, the description wouldn't let me actually put that this was from Dream Daddy in there. I'm guessing the word daddy, but it could let me put it in as a comment. So do with that what you will. But yeah, this is my take on the Dadsona house from Dream Daddy. It is about $85,000. It's built for a 30 by 20 lot, but if you want to download it, my gallery tag is DorianKoholi, same as my YouTube channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for checking out another speed build. If you'd like this video, please consider dropping a like. If there's anything else you'd like to see me build or take, whether it's just like a brand new build or a build from a favorite game of yours, please let me know. I'm always up for a challenge, and I love building in this game. So yeah, hit me with what you got. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please consider doing so. I do lots of Sims builds, I do a lot of chaotic gameplay, and I am trying to grow the channel. We recently just hit 500 subs, which to me is amazing and still a little mind-blowing. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.